Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Virgo. If Virgo is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Knock, knock, knock. All right, Virgo, what is going on this time around? Hopefully everybody is doing well and got through that full moon without too many ordeals. Okay, let's pull this away and look at the negative space. And the negative space is the white in between. So, where are we going to start here? Okay, let's go with, we have a very, very apparent A, uppercase A, and then we have another A right here, also uppercase. This is definitely a name. This is somebody who is really important. They are in your physical life, but they are also on your mind, in your emotions quite a bit. And this is the emotional space. This is more of that physical space. I think that you see them probably every day. I think that this could be a manifested person. It could be some, like I don't want to say, not a ghost, but, you know, like an entity or a spiritual, form of some kind. And I'll give an example. This could be in vision work. This could be in dream spaces, okay? And actually, look at this. There's another A right here. So this is really important, okay? And this one looks like an A as well. So we have 4 A's. All of them are uppercase. And that I myself am a Virgo, and this is interesting to me because one of my personal deities starts with an A. So I think that this is big energy for you. Okay. I don't even think you have to look for it. I think that they are in your life. They are showing up. You're receiving messages from them. Again, though, this could be somebody like a family member, a beloved, maybe a child. Okay. I think if you are resonating with this and it is somebody who is manifest in their physical form, it's important to listen to what they're saying to you right now. They have something, even if they're not saying it directly, it's somewhere in the subtleties of what they're saying, somewhere in between. It might be even just body language or well, you know how it is. You just, with the people that you love, and especially if it's family and or a partner, a child, very much a child, when they speak to you, we have this intuition where you can kind of suss through what they're saying, right? And oftentimes, if you're really listening, paying attention, you might pick up on things that they themselves don't even realize they're divulging to you. Okay, so I think it's really, really important in this next while to really listen to that A person. Okay. Let's see what do we have next? We have a few really interesting ones. I have a person who is in movement. It almost looks like they have a robe or some kind of larger clothing on, okay, and because it's like kind of flying up in the back, you can tell that they're probably running or moving quickly, maybe in the wind, okay? And then they're holding a fish, and if you can see the tail and the head here. Okay, so it's a fish out of water. So this is probably going to be a meal, right? Or used for some kind of bait. Either way, I feel like this is a sign of kind of capturing that abundance, that good fortune. And I think that with the movement, that is almost like I get a feeling of chasing, really chasing that, you know, looking for your fish or your you know, pot of gold. That's what comes to mind. Something like that. Something where you've really been searching, and I hope putting in the work, because I think that this is so, when we see these signs, especially like a fish, it's so much more about all of the kind of work that leads up to actually catching the payoff, right? And so the getting your fishing pole, getting the bait, setting your lure, you know, casting it, and then being patient and waiting and then being able to, you know, have the ability and the strategy to pull in that big fish without the line breaking, okay? And all of that is quite an art form. If you have ever gone fishing, you know it's not as easy as it looks, okay? So this really is a story of making sure that you have your things lined up, and there's always that kind of, you know, that, what is it? Not a cliche, something like a cliche. But, you know, if you want to win the lottery, you have to go out and buy a ticket, right? You can't just hope to win the lottery and don't do anything to set up the ability to actually actually win without a ticket. So, yeah, I think this is that message there, okay? Let's see. And I think this really kind of also, on some level, really relates to the card that we pulled today. And I just want to look here really quick. Okay, so we have this person who has been chasing good fortune and wants to catch that fish, and probably will. It seems like there is going to be a period of, you know, the ability to actually fulfill what it is that you seek, okay? And I want to look at this. This, and then we'll look at the card. Okay, so here I see some kind of rodent, or what is it, like a possum? They're called a marsupial. Some kind of rodent or marsupial, kind of standing, head elevated to the sky, has its hands up like it's eating something, okay? And let's see if we can really see that. Yeah, there we go. So and you can see the little tail and everything. So this is a creature that is eating, right? It has been out all night looking for its food. It found it, and it's now beneath the sky. It is in a devotional posture, looking up towards, you know, the beauty of the infinite, and enjoying its bounty, right? So this is also a beautiful message of, you know, catching that good fortune and then being able to enjoy it, but also being in that posture of devotion. And let me explain. When I see a formation that has its head raised like this towards the sky, this is a sign of awe, looking up, you know, really contemplating the beauty of the universe, or of the gods, because often the votive statues have these raised heads because they are, you know, they're human forms or animal forms. They're small compared to the gods. The gods are always kind of pictured as being towering and you know, just awe-inspiring, so magnificent. There are no words, right? Totally ineffable, usually. So this raised head really is a devotional posture, okay? And being able to eat your blessing beneath the you know, the divine sky, the picture of the universe, is really a lovely thought as well. Now, I want to talk about the symbolism of the rodent, but I want to set this down and I want to bring this up here. And so we have the lust / strength card, right? And this is the strength. Usually it's pictured as a woman who is prying open the mouth of a lion. And in the Thoth deck here, this is more like along the lines of Babylon riding the beast, right? With the many faces, the many heads. And in the Thoth deck, it is lust, okay? The meaning, in my estimation, is not far off. I mean, they're pretty similar. Now, I want to say that I think in this context, with the symbols that we have, I believe that things are really lining up so that you have some, you know, there's a period of really auspicious work and payoff coming for you. But I think there's also a sense of renewed energy, a feeling of confidence and wisdom really coming into its period of flowering. And I feel like you are coming into a part of your being in this period of time where you can apply this wisdom that you have cultivated through hard work, through living, experiencing, you know, seeing, doing, and really truly understanding whatever this relates to. Okay, so this could be within your love life, this could be within your family life or your work life. Maybe you know how to do things. You have other insights that make you more valuable to your workplace than some of the others. Maybe, you know, with your ability to organize and manage and execute things, but also you have a creative touch. And maybe one of the more important parts of this card, this strength and lust card, you do what you must to get things done. Okay? And this is beyond ethics, beyond morality. Okay, although I'm not saying that you are amoral or, you know, antisocial or anything like that. But there are times, let's face it, where we have to finesse things to get them done, right? Or we have to put aside our preconceived notions or our conditioning or our fear, and to be brave and to apply that that knowledge we have, that ability we have, and to really just sometimes be shrewd, be ruthless, take no prisoners, right? And I think that this is kind of the energy. Although I do believe that it is balanced in a loving place. I don't think in some of these other formations here, we have a person dancing, okay? Arms up, head, body movement. Here we have a dog, okay? And it's sitting. It's in a restful posture, not on the attack, not barking, okay? There's another figure that looks like it's in movement or dancing right here as well, okay? So we have dancing, and then this kind of puppy hanging out, and another dancing human formation. So for me, that dog totally means that, you know, loyalty, kinship, an ability to exist in a way that is not the center of attention, maybe on, you know, a little peripheral, but in a way that allows you to witness, collect information, easily flow through scenarios, situations. You know, you are able to disarm people and communicate with people. I think that people are drawn to you. You also are caring and loyal. Okay. Not to a fault though. But you can protect yourself if you need to. Okay. You're not one to be messed with. So I think that with that, there's, you know, there's a feeling of festivity. There's a feeling of balance between really just grinding it out and getting it done, doing what you got to do, not feeling like you have to walk on eggshells. You don't have to worry about like, oh, is this going to make so-and-so mad or this or that, you know, just coming into a place where it's like confidence. I know what I'm doing. This is it. I'm going to get it done. You know, I don't need a lot of input from other people. I can delegate where I need to. And, but you're going to keep other people in mind. I don't feel like this is predatory at all. I really feel like, you know, everybody is going to end up happy at the end, even if it's difficult along the way sometimes. Okay. And for me, I'm envisioning because my, my home is my work, right? Because I'm raising a toddler right now and a stay-at-home parent and kind of a, you know, I know it's kind of a terrible thing to say this day and age, but a little bit of a housewife. And hey, you know what? I'm not embarrassed about that. I like where I'm at with things, and I have a really lovely husband. And, you know, I really enjoy keeping our businesses going and, you know, doing all that administrative stuff behind the scenes and keeping our house together. But I've really come into a place of confidence I never had before, because I feel like I know what I'm doing. Maybe not every moment of every day, you know. A lot of times I'm making it up as I go along, but it works. It works out. It's working out, and you know, you just figure things out and you build upon the knowledge that you have, and you can totally just, you know, run things the way that you need to, while also thinking about the needs and wants and concerns and, you know, whatever preferences. I was thinking proclivities. That's not the right word. Preferences of the people around you, and to honor them and all of that. It does not have to always be, you know, a war or anything. I think that this is a great time for you Virgo, which is happy. It makes me happy. Obviously, because I am a solar Virgo. And let's see, we have some little hearts here. And yeah, little heart here. This one's interesting. This one almost seems like a person surfing. Kind of, so I wonder if, you know, through some of the stuff that you have coming up, some of, like, and more specifically, whatever it is that you are working on that is bringing about these emotions, these feelings of, you know, just really being in your element, right? I feel like there are going to be some kinds of minor crises coming up. I don't think it's going to be anything that is too overwhelming, but I think this is another place where you're really going to shine, right? I think that sometimes it feels like you're really in the weeds, right? You're swamped. There's a lot going on. You're going from one thing to the next. You're multitasking. You know, everybody's asking you for things, and you know, it just is so much. But you are really good at navigating that stuff. You maybe excel in those moments sometimes. If it's in an environment that you want to be in and it's work that you want to be doing, I think you excel navigating the little crises of the day, of the tedium and all the many things that can go wrong in whatever your job is or your home life or whatever. I do think that it will be important for you to, you know, take some time for yourself and find something that is maybe not, it's a priority, but it is not, it's mostly secondary right now for you because you're so busy with other stuff. I think it's important to find those things, if that's your spirituality, your religion, physical exercise, creativity, whatever it is, okay? Not necessarily something that you're making money doing. I think it's really important to find time to be devoted to that, and not just like applying yourself within it or doing your due diligence or anything like that. I feel like as you would be devoted to a love affair, right? Something that's just enthralling to you. You should be devoted to something that is fulfilling for your soul, for your well-being, for, you know, giving you meaning in life beyond the work and the family and the house and, you know, your, whatever you have going on. And I think it's, you know, I think especially as a Virgo, it's important to have those things in your life because, you know, we're thinkers. We think. And we need to spread some of that out so we're not fixated on picking at parts of our life that are going well and that we're doing well, but we look for problems, right? But if you keep yourself busy and you have extracurricular things or spiritual work that is more ambiguous, right? There's I'm not always what is the word? Like a empirical truth, or, you know, what is platonic? Whatever, it doesn't matter. There's not always, like, you know, a finite thing, right? Or a fixed state of understanding or belief. It's ambiguous. Okay, so if you pick at those things, that's good because it's going to shift anyways. And your understanding is going to change. Your relationship with the divine will change depending on a lot of variables. So when you find something like this that speaks to you, a system, a mentor, a guru, somebody, you know, for example, for me, somebody like Alan Watts or Terrence McKenna or Krishnamurti or, you know, I mean, there's a lot of people. But when you find somebody who speaks in a way that you can hear, you know, spend some time with that. Fill your spiritual tank, right? Fill up those reserves. And, you know, it will lessen some of the desire to pick apart things in your mundane life, in your relationships, in your family life, and all of that. It's important to manage that. It's important to manage that kind of instinct we have as Virgos, right? It really can be too much for you and for other people. And don't I know that? Okay, let's see. I feel like this is, we have a square here or a rectangle, but for me, it's a square. It's squared away, right? Everything is kind of really coming together. A lot of beautiful symmetry. I love me some symmetry. And I feel like things are just good. It's just good. And there's a lot of space for that, like we talked about, catching your fish, catching your abundance, catching your bliss, catching your prosperity, your good health, all of that, okay? But you got to do the work to catch that fish. So don't forget that, okay? And my goodness, my cats get all over this thing and drag little bits and pieces of stuff up here. And I really think that's really, oh, I wanted to talk about this really quick before I'm done. So I do, you know, little meditations before I start my reading. And for Virgo today, or this evening, I was meditating on the image of an older gentleman, a family member, I think, kind of just sitting in a living room in their favorite chair, and they're waiting there to talk to you about something. And I feel like this is almost like a missed conversation. I feel like this maybe is somebody who passed away, but somebody you really loved, like a grandparent or a father figure, maybe an uncle. And there was a conversation that never happened that maybe you hoped would happen, maybe they wanted to have with you, and it just never lined up that you had this conversation. So I think that it is important for you to look out for any kind of signs or symbols related to this person. And also, really, if you meditate, do visual work, active imagination, or dream work, go into those places and, you know, make an appeal so that maybe you may receive some kind of visitation or instruction or message, a clear message. And I'm not a medium, so I don't always, sometimes I will get messaging, like very clear messaging, mostly in my dreams. So I can't really say what this conversation was about, or I don't have the clarity for that really. But I do think it's important to open yourself up to receive this message, because I think it's important for you. And I think it's really about some kind of closure, okay? Because I feel like there's an element of guilt, especially because this conversation didn't happen, but there's something, I feel like there's some kind of guilt that was going on. And I think that this will alleviate that. So, look for some kind of dream coming through, or, you know, in your contemplation or visualization, active imagination, whatever it is that you use. You know, some kind of messaging I feel will be coming through. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I wanted to do that before I forgot. I think that's important. And Virgo, I thank you so much. I think you're having a great time. Things are good. It's a good, seems like a good little cycle you're in right now. So stay strong. I know you will. And, you know, true to yourself. And that's the big thing. I think you just have that power really, really burning inside of you right now. I thank you. I'm always so honored to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps me get into the algorithm and reach more people. If you have not subscribed already, please think about doing that. If you hit the little bell thing, the bell icon, it will let you know when the next videos come out. It's about 12 more days till the next Virgo. In the meantime, you can watch your other positions, your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising, or I know people watch their Venus as well a lot. So, and also leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what's resonating with you. I just love hearing from each and every one of you. It really truly is a blessing, all of the love received. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you.